Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Karl William La, Alahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elect elders of Israel that rule well. Strong salutations to you brothers out there that labor in sound doctrine and in sincerity. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatim to the hopeful elect. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, man, the elect. All right, and I thought this would be pretty much a cool topic to go into. All right, you see at the title, Senzu Bean. All right, Senzu Bean. It said Dragon Ball Wiki. If you familiar with the anime series, Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z franchise. Me myself, I'm a fan of it. All right, but I thought this would be pretty much a cool topic to go into. All right, to talk about the great works and miracles that the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna do during the time of famine. All right, during the time of famine, during the time of desolation, during the time where the land will be barren. All right, the Most High will have a way for His servants to be fully energized, to be fully, to be filled, man, to be, bellies full. All right, satisfied. The Most High is gonna do great works and miracles. All right, and I thought this would be a cool topic to go into. Not pretty much diet or the soul. I'm not really focusing on diet or famine, but so much more like the miracles, the works. All right, stuff that people wouldn't believe, stuff that people only see on TV or in the movies. All right, so I'm gonna read this. It's called what we focusing on is Senzu Bean. All right, and we're gonna filter it through the scriptures and parallel it and correlate it with different things that we can find in the Bible, right? So this thing is called Senzu beans, all right? It says alternate names. It says holy beans. That's the spirit, right? It says holy beans. It says magic beans, big green dub, sage beans, Senzu beans, hermit beans, yada, yada, yada. All right? And it says debut manga, a drink of water, anime, sacred water, And sacred, sacred goes into the holy, But anyway, I'm gonna jump down. It says Senzu beans, hermit beans says are mystical beings with immense rejuvenation properties. All right, and what does the word rejuvenation mean? Hold on, let's go back. What does the word rejuvenation mean? It says rejuvenation. It says the action or process of giving new energy or vigor to something. You see that? It says the restoration of a youthful appearance to something, the action of restoring a river or stream to a condition characteristic of a younger landscape. All right, and what we want to focus on, it says the action or process of giving new energy or vigor to something, because that's what the Most High Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to do during the times of great famine. All right, He's going to feed His servants. All right, His servants that still on the land, that don't get martyred, His servants that's on the go, pilgrims, servants with spiritual power. The Most High gonna have a way where the servants of the Lord, the servants of Yahweh Shema Shai are gonna be rejuvenated constantly, over and over and over and over. While these people are out here being famished, while these people are being starved to death, the Most High is gonna rejuvenate you constantly, over and over and over. That's if you believe and you have faith. All right, you got to have faith, because he that comes to the Most High must believe that He is. Okay? So it says, all right, are mystical beings with immense rejuvenation. So immense means what? Extreme, man. Huge, vast, massive, enormous, gigantic, colossal, cosmic, great. All right? Very large, very big, extensive, expansive, monumental, towering, So the servants of the Lord are going to be highly rejuvenated, man. Okay? I'm going to jump down. Let me see. Forget all right, the overview. All right, it says, overview, it says, sensual beings are grown by Korin in Korintown when eaten. All right, when eaten, a person's physical condition is nearly instantly restored to its natural peak. It says, fatigue disappears, right? Fatigue, tiredness. All right, fatigue. Brothers know when you fast. All right, you get kind of, when you fast, you get kind of what? You lose you lose your strength, so to speak. All right, fatigue goes into being tired, losing strength. Need rest, tiredness. All right, fatigue. His face was gray with fatigue, tiredness, weariness, exhaustion, overtiredness, drowsiness. All right, lethargy, sluggishness, debility, energy. And it says lack of energy, lack of vitality. All right, and in the opposite word of fatigue is energy, vigor. So we know, and we just look into rejuvenation means the restoration of vigor. All right, so being fatigued is to be what? Tired. And notice when people, when they starving to death, they on the floor damn near, they just crawling. They just fatigued, man. They just tired because they got no energy. They got nothing to thrive off of, man. So it says when eating, okay, this sense of being in Dragon Ball Z, right? It says when eating, a person's physical condition is nearly restored. All right, I mean, what is rejuvenated? Like when a person fasts, and we can line that up with when David and his men were when it was plotting on the Amalekites, and the Egyptian ain't eating in 3 days. All right, he was damn near what? He was famished. He was hungered. All right, and when they gave him food to eat, they said his soul was revived into him. All right, meaning what? He got instantly what? It says when eating, a person's physical condition is nearly instantly restored. Okay, so let me get that account. See if I think it's in let's start at all right, this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 10. But David pursued, he and 400 men, for 200 abide behind, were so faint that they could not go over the brook Bezor. Verse 11, and they found an Egyptian in the field and brought him to David and gave him bread and did eat. And they made him drink water. And they gave him a piece of cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him, for he had eaten no bread nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights. You see that? So this Egyptian, I'm going to read that again. 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 11. And they found an Egyptian in the field. Right? And we're going to find out what this Egyptian doing in the field, because David and his men were pretty much trying to recover everything that got taken by the Amalekites. Okay, this is 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 11. And they found an Egyptian in the field, and they brought him to David and gave him bread, and he did eat, and they made him drink water, and they gave him a piece of cake of figs and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him, for he had eaten no bread nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights. So it says, and when he had eaten, his spirit came again unto him. Meaning what? He was rejuvenated. Like it says, when eating, that person's physical condition is nearly instantly restored, man. All right, or rejuvenated, like we read up here. It says, our mystical being with immense rejuvenation. And I'm correlate this because the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, is gonna have things like sensual beings. Like when you read about accounts like Elijah ate 2 cakes. 2 cakes from an angel fed Elijah, two cakes, man. And he was good for 40 days. All right. And we're going to constantly go into the overview of this to show you how this correlates with that and many other topics. But I want to finish this off. And it says, and David said unto him, to whom belongest thou, and whence art thou? And he said, I am a young man of Egypt, servant to an Amalekite, and my master left me because 3 days I agone I fell sick. Right. So pretty much that was a servant of an Amalekite. And pretty much the Egyptian servant gave David and his men the rundown on where they be at. And you can read this, you can pretty much read this on your own. All right, but I'm gonna go back to the overview, and it says sensual beings are grown by Korin and Korin Tower. When eating, a person's physical condition is nearly instantly restored to its natural peak. You see that? It says fatigue disappears. No, so tiredness disappears. It says key reserves are restored and physical damage such as bruises, scrapes, and wounds heal over and vanish. So this thing can heal you, man. All right. You know, the most I can have is like Yahweh Shai. When the woman touched Yahweh Shai's garment, she got instantly healed, man. All right. Now when Yahweh Shai would touch people, he would heal them. You know, where the most I can have it to where you can eat something. All right, it can fill you up for like Elijah filled Elijah up for what 40 days, I believe. You can eat something and fill you up for like 2 months, man, or 3 months, and it instantly heal you. Or you can eat something and the most high to have it where it make you invincible, like nothing can hurt you. All right, these are the great works and miracles that the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna do. It says this property makes them immensely useful to carry in battle. You see that? It says they also serve as a source of nourishment. You see, a source of nourishment is what? Food that nourishment. But you see, you understand, man. It says nourishment, something that nourish food, nourishment, sustenance. So you get it, man. All right. It says one bean. It says one bean can keep a person full for 10 days. You see that? Now in the account, what was that account we had where Elijah had eaten the cake? All right, this was during the famine. He ate the cake, and we're gonna get that, and it fills him up for 40 days. So this is what they get. They get this stuff from the scriptures, man. It says one bean can keep a person full for 10 days. It says, though some have eaten the beans have become hungry sooner due to their naturally larger appetite, namely sans, as they generally eat much larger amounts of food. Okay, it says this property is applied quite literally, as eating too many beans can result in actual weight gain. All right, so the Most High can have it where you can eat one little bean and it can have you full for 10 days, man. The Most High can do greater works than this, man. All right, but that and we got to pull that up. First, let's get the context for 1 Kings 18, because we got to understand what's going on. This is 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 1. And it came to pass after many days that the word of the Lord Yahweh came to Elijah in the third year, saying, Go, shew thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the earth. And Elijah went to shew himself unto Ahab, and there was sore famine in Samaria. So there was a sore famine. All right, because Elijah, when we read about the accounts in James and so on and so forth, the Most High told Elijah pretty much to cause a famine in the land. All right. It says, verse 3, and Ahab called Obadiah, which was the governor of his house. Now Obadiah feared the Lord Yahweh greatly, for it was so when Jezebel cut off the prophets of Yahweh that Obadiah took 100 prophets and hid them by 50 in a cave and fed them with bread and water. And Ahab said unto Obadiah, Go into the land, and to all the fountains of water, and into all brooks. Peradventure we may find grass to save the horses and mules alive, that we not lose all the beasts. So it was a horrible famine. All right, you read about accounts how, cannibalism. A woman talks to the king about how they plotted. A woman talks to the king about how her and another woman plotted, and they had a plan about eating their two sons. One was gonna eat their son today, and the other was gonna eat their son tomorrow. Then they ate the one son, and then the mother hid the other son. Man, this madness, man. This is the judgment. These are the gruesome judgment. How about Shema was shot? Read about in 70 AD how that was committed cannibalism. All right, horrible famine. It was a horrible famine, right? I'm just trying to put this and put this in proper context. It was a horrible famine, all right. And then when you read it, it talks about how Elijah shows himself, and then you read on down, it talks about, then rain came. But when you go on, jump over next chapter, 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 1. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Right, those false prophets, the prophets of Baal, which you read about in I believe in the 17th chapter or the 16th, when he made fire come down from heaven. All right. Yeah, he made fire come down from heaven in what it was in the 17th chapter, or maybe the 16th. I'm not mistaken. One of them, man. All right. What was it? It's like it was in the 18th chapter. It's the 18th chapter. No. Right, it's the 18th chapter. Salaki. Now that was besides the point, man. But yeah, he made fire come down, and first Kings 18 and what it was, the Second Kings, I believe Second Kings, the first chapter or the second chapter. So pretty much, Jezebel heard about it. Now she's trying to Elijah on the go. So he appeared. He on the go. All right, and it says, then Jezebel sent a message unto Elijah, saying, so let the God do unto me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belonged to Judah, and left his servant there. So Elijah was on the go. All right, verse 4. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and requested for himself that he might die, and said, it is enough now, O Yahweh, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers. All right, so Elijah pretty much, getting vexed in the spirit, man. He getting tired of the nonsense. He getting tired of all the wickedness on the earth. He getting sore vexed, man. He just want to be at peace and rest. It said, verse 5, and as he lay, he slept under a juniper tree. Behold, then the angel touched him and said unto him, arise and eat. You see that? Wait a minute. I'm going to read that again. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 5. And as he lay, he slept under a juniper tree. Behold, then the angel touched him. Right? A literal angel, right? It says the angel touched him and said unto him, arise and eat. And let's see what he ate. And it says, and he looked, and behold, there was a cake baking on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and laid him down again. So the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, had it to where he sent an angel down to go feed Elijah with what? A cake baking on the coals, and what? And water to drink. Verse 7, and the angel of the Lord came again the second time. So the Most High didn't have it to where he sent the angel just one time to feed him, but he sent them twice. He sent them twice. All right, and what this is written for our learning, that we may have what? Faith and hope and patience through the scriptures, man. All right, Romans 15 and 4. All right, First Kings chapter 19, verse 7. And the angel of the Lord came again the second time, and touched him and said, arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. Right, because what? It was a famine. He's pilgrim on the earth. He's on the go. He's on the move. All right. It says, and he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the Mount of God. Wait a minute. I'm going to read that again. He says, and he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the Mount of God. So this, he ate only twice. He ate these stuff twice, and this had him fed for 40 days and 40 nights, man. Like we just read, it says one bean can keep a person full for 10 days, man. And so, and this is out of a what? Out of a TV show. People wouldn't believe something you can eat something that it can, people wouldn't believe something that you can eat something that it can have you full for a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month, 3 months. They were like, oh, that's fiction. That's on the TV show. But this is found in the scriptures, man. This is found in the Bible. I'm going to read that again. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 8. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the Mount of God. So these are great works and miracles, man, that the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai does. To what? To magnify his name, of course, and to have faith in him. Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You see that? So this was written so this was an actual account to boost our faith in the time that we're about to come into, man. Okay? And I'm gonna keep reading. It says, I read that, you know, pretty much, it goes extra stuff. Well, I think that's it on that, man. It goes into stuff that really don't matter. But you get the point, man. Essential beings were what? It can rejuvenated you quickly. It can have you full over a good amounts of time. It can heal you and different stuff like that. These are the great works and miracles that Yahweh Shema Shah does. And let's get an account where Yahweh Shah fed people, man. Okay. This is Matthew 15, and this is the book of Matthew chapter 15, verse 32. Then Yahweh Shah called his disciples to him and said, I have compassion on a multitude because they continue with me now 3 days and have nothing to eat. And I will not send them away fasting lest they faint in the way. Right? Lest they what? Be famished, lest they be fatigued. Same stuff I was talking about, man. All right. And it says, verse 33, and his disciples saying to him, whence should we have so much bread? It says, whence should we have so much bread in the wilderness as to fill such a great multitude? All right. Because it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people, man. And verse 34, and Yahweh Shah said unto them, how many loaves have ye? And they said 7, and a few little fishes. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. Okay. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave thanks and brake them and gave to his disciples and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat. So pretty much, all right, Yahweh Shema Shah had it to where he duplicated. Okay, he duplicated these 7 loaves. All right, the 7 loaves and the fishes. All right, the 7 loaves of bread and the few little fishes. He made it to where it duplicated so it can feed everybody. I'm gonna read it again. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave thanks to the Most High, right? And it says, and break them. All right, he break them what? And gave to his disciples, meaning going to break them, meaning what? Duplicate. Let's see what the blue letter talking about in this, man. All right, he broke them off. He duplicated it, man. Break them to breaking a break of communion, to break specifically a bread. But when you get it through the spirit, don't really go into it. But when you understand through the spirit, you understand it was duplicated, or how did they get fed, It wasn't, it was literal. It was 7 stuff, but it got duplicated, man. Yahweh Shah had it to where through the spirit and power of, the Most High, that the Most High gave him, he was able to duplicate those 7 breads and those fishes, man. He duplicated it, man. He controlled the elements of it, and he duplicates. Talk about how I'm gonna read it again. It says Matthew 15 verse 36, and he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave thanks and broke them and gave to his disciples. So he broke them and he duplicated it and gave it to his disciples. And it said, and the disciples to the multitude, and they did all eat and were filled. You see that? They all ate and were filled, and it's going to give you the number of them. And it says, and took up the broken meat that was left, 7 baskets full. And they did eat were 4,000 men. All right, he had 4,000 men besides just women. So he had 4,000 men and women and children. So he fed 4,000 men, and then on top of that, women and children. It said, and they did eat were 4,000 men beside women and children. And he sent away the multitude and took ship and came into the coast of Magdala. And this is a great miracle, man. All right. And this is Yahweh Shah said, and the elect are going to do this in these last days, man. All right. John 14 and 12. Verily, 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 I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it. Okay, so you're going to have men of the Lord in these last days. All right, the scriptures say, Isaiah 13:12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. You're going to have men out here with spiritual power that's able to feed the flock, man, able to feed thousands of people like Yahweh Shah did. All right, in a time of great famine, in a time of great distress, in a time of great tribulation and trouble, man. All right, what we just read in Matthew 15 was a great work, man, to magnify the name of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. You know, this was a great work and miracle. And see how long I've been talking. Okay, I'm gonna close in precepts. I'm gonna close out. But as you can see, man, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah has gonna do great works and miracles. I'm gonna get this Isaiah 65. All right. Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and this is prophecy. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So the Most High is going to show favor to his servants, man. Okay, it says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow and of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You know? So the servants, the prophets of the Lord, the elect, the men, women, and children of the elect are gonna eat in these last days, man, and they're gonna be good. You know, they're gonna be good, man. Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. You know? So it says you're gonna be merry and have abundance. You know, he says that he even gonna envy thee, but they ain't gonna be do nothing against thee, man. So the Lord is gonna do great works and miracles, man. You know, the Lord is gonna do it again. You know, the Lord is gonna do it again, man. Okay. This is Psalm 78 verse 23. Though he commanded the clouds from above, he opened the doors of heaven, and he rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angels' food. Okay, he sent them meat to the full, and caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in a south wind, and he rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered the fowls like as the sand of the sea, and he let it fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations. So they did eat and were all filled, for he gave them their own desire. Okay, so the Most High rained food down from heaven. He rained bread, manna, and he rained down he rained down quail. He rained down flesh, bird. Quail is something like chicken, so to speak. If you don't know what quail is, it'd be like turkey or chicken. All right. But pretty much the Most High did what? He rained down food from heaven, man. Nothing is too hard for the Lord. It says the man did eat angels' food, man. You see? The Most High rained food down from the heavens. You see that? Okay, and then what? And when you reach Psalm 78, Psalm 78 verse 20, behold, he smote the rock, that the waters gushed out, and the streams overflow, can he give bread also? Can he provide flesh for his people? Right? Because Israel was scoffing, man. All right, Israel was scoffing, but the Most High was sanctified in them, man. They tempted him. All right, they kept tempting them and kept doubting them. All right, because the scriptures say, if you without faith, it is impossible to please him, man. All right, the Most High, he didn't do them great works and miracles in Egypt for y'all to see and not for y'all to believe in him. He didn't do that. He didn't do that in Egypt for nothing and for y'all just to doubt him and scoff him and not believe in him. Okay. So it says, man did eat angels' food, man. You know, and I had that precept I had to save in Ezra's. You know, Second Ezra's chapter 1, verse 17. Where are the benefits that I have done for you when ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness? Did ye not cry unto me, saying, why hast thou brought us to this wilderness to kill us? Right, because Israel was of very no faith. All right, it says it had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in this wilderness. So they thought they were just gonna starve to death in the wilderness, man. But they had no faith. Verse 19. Then I had pity upon your mournings and gave you manna to eat. So did ye eat angels' bread. You see that? They ate food from the heavens, man. Now the Most High did this. It said, verse 20, when you were thirsty, did not I cleave the rock and waters flowed out to your field? For the heat I cover you with the leaves of the trees. I divided among you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, said the Lord? Right, meaning, do you think I can't do? You don't think I can't do more? You think that you don't think I can do it again? You know, would you think I can't do more? You know. This is what the Lord is saying. You don't have no faith. You don't believe that and this is why the Most High said, let's see what it was. I was like wrong. Let's see. Exodus 16. So like Exodus chapter 16, verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh your God. Right. Ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Lord your God. Right. Because he that comes to the Most High must believe that he is, man. Okay. So you gotta have faith, man. You gotta know that the Lord is, the Lord is Lord. And that's what in Numbers 20. All right, that's why the Most High said, I'm sanctified in them through this work. Numbers 20, verse 7. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, take the rod, gather thou the assemblies together, thou and Aaron thy brother, speak ye into the rock before thy eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth to them to water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink. All right, and Moses took the rod from before the Lord, as he commanded him, and Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, hear now, ye rebels. Right? It says, must we fetch you water out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord Yahweh, and he was sanctified in them. So they knew, all right, by the works, you can't, the Lord, ain't nothing to, the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shah, he exists, man. He can do anything, all right? For with God, all things are possible. Nothing is impossible, man. So just know that, man. All right? Just pull that. Let me get Luke. I'm the last one, man. Last one, I promise. Luke 137. All right. Luke 137. For with the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, nothing shall be impossible. So with that, I'm going to close out giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakwadash. Call Imla Alahaya Nawa Abanawa Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakwadash. Till next time, Shalom.